Hey, good morning, gang, or good afternoon. Happy Saturday. How you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. I had to get in this hot tub. Man, I've been working out crazy with my trainer, and my body's like, oh, we're in pain. Man, this pain is good, though. Blood pressure going down, thank God. Weight is going down. I learned something from my trainer today. I learned something from him every day. But I learned something pretty cool from him the other day. For every 500 calories you burn, for every 3,500 calories you burn, typically you lose a pound. That's not bad. So I want you guys to think about this. So let's say you want to lose a pound a week. Real pound, not water weight because you're taking a diuretic or something like that. You want to lose a real pound a week, you have to burn 3,500 calories. 3,500 calories. So 3,500 calories is 500 calories a day. Real simple stuff. So if you have a bike, you can ride on a bike for about 40 minutes. You know, if you're moving a little bit, maybe about 15 miles an hour, anywhere between 15 to 18. But that's, moving is 20, 21. You don't have to be standing for that. But that'll knock off about a pound. So get on a bike 7 days a week, you're going to knock off a pound. Do that 4 weeks, you knock off 4 pounds. Do that 8 weeks, you knock off 8 pounds. It takes time. It took you time to put it on. It takes you time to take it off. But that's, now with that, we're doing some very intense training. So we're body sculpting and body building. But at the same time, trying to get rid of his I am getting rid of his midsection. In order to do so, he said I have to increase my calorie burn. So it's all good. Eating the right foods. A lot of vegetables, a lot of proteins, a lot of egg whites. Egg whites and oatmeal every morning, which is pretty cool. Just egg whites in there, oatmeal with no sugar. Just some blackberries and blueberries. I try not to put sugar in my body at all. And then, during the day, meals are protein based, 6 to 8 ounces of protein. I try to do light meat if I'm going to do meat, fish, turkey, and chickens in that order. Replace with some beans and things of that nature as well. Try to stay away from a lot of meats because they're high in sodium, and sodium is not good for blood pressure. So no alcohol, no cigars, no hookah, none of that stuff, because all that has proven to raise blood pressure. So I'm just chilling for a minute, and it's all good. I feel good about it. It's good for discipline. Just like folks who are practicing Ramadan, or folks who practice, folks who are doing a Daniel's fast, and folks who, any type of fasting or anything you do is good for your brain, and is good for your body, and is good for discipline. You want to be able to, because you can control your actions, to be able to stop something on a drop of a dime. They call it cold turkey. Yup, cold turkey. And if you're ever in a position where you can't do that, then that might be a situation you might need to get some assistance or some help, or follow a 12-step program. Because everyone's not disciplined like that, where they could just cut the faucet off, boom, and keep it rolling. But then there are people who do have exceptional discipline, and I happen to be one of them. But that's not for everybody, so I don't judge. And so don't feel bad if you're that person who just can't cut stuff off at the drop of a dime and keep it rolling, because everybody just doesn't have that. And that has a lot to do with upbringing, and in some instances, sports programs that you were a part of when you were children, work environments, personal development. There's a lot of contributing factors that aid to someone to be able to just cut something, boom, and never go back, or just to take time away from things. So again, if you're not that person, it's not a knock on you. Those are skills and habits that are developed over time. And so just don't think it's going to happen like yesterday. That means there's hope for everybody who just can't cut something off. But with that, man, just wanted to jump on. Hope everybody's having a great day. I did a video yesterday inviting all of you to come hang out with the UIGI family. 90% of that video was about fun. Man, I can't wait till Monday. We'll be up in Newark, New Jersey. We'll have some of Newark's finest there, meaning their police department. to come help us feed the community. And a lot of times when people hear feed the community, they think, and there's nothing wrong with this, but they think it's for a homeless shelter or something like that. It's not. It's actually a pretty popular nightclub. It's a retirement spot for cops. It's a nightclub, and they're open like every night. The food's stupendous. The drinks off the hook. And people will be invited into that nightclub from 12 to 6. And it's all you can eat. It's amazing packages and bags and stuff they put together for the community. You don't have to be homeless. You could be a multimillionaire. You roll up in there, you're going to eat. So it's going to be cool. And UIGI, we're going to be present. We're going to be hands on deck. I don't know how many of us are going to be there, but I'm going to be there. Okay. We hopefully will get some of the people from Newark's council, the city council, to pop in. That'll be cool. But it's going to be good, man. If we have any, we're going to have what do you call it? We're going to have in addition to UIGI people that's going to be there, Food for Thought, their company is providing the food. They're going to have hands on deck, and we're going to have some officers who are going to help out. So it's going to be pretty cool. That's May 2nd, this Monday. The weather calls for right now about down here in southern New Jersey, 70 degrees. Like today, it's 70 outside right now. It's good. The guys are start working on my lawn, which is good. I'm happy about that. They did some weeding and stuff the other day, and lawn looking good. But down here in southern New Jersey, 70 degrees. On that day, what's interesting, it'll be 70 plus degrees in southern New Jersey and just about 61 up in northern New Jersey. So we're happy to have you come hang out with UIGI people, see what we're about. And then on May 28th, concert in Atlantic City. That's going to be off the hook. A day concert. For those who don't do the late night, from 2 to 7 p.m., Fabulous and Jim Jones is going to be packed. UIGI, we have, you can rent your own cabana. Cabana's going to be all you can eat, all you can drink, blah, blah, blah. I'm renting one myself. I'm excited about that. But UIGI, we're sponsoring the event. Day parties, the first party Memorial Day weekend in the whole state of New Jersey. So you want to come check that out. The beach is open that day, so it's going to be packed. You want to get there early because the beach is open that day in New Jersey. And we all know the first day of beach day in New Jersey is a big deal. So we're excited about that. So be there. Come enjoy yourself. Come have some fun. Good drinks, good people, good music. UIGI is going to be there. That is May 28th, Memorial Day weekend. And then, as I mentioned, on June 4th, we'll be in Allentown, PA. UIGI is sponsoring a celebrity softball game. All this information is on my page. All you got to do is scroll back and click the links. But that's going to be off the hook. Saturday, it's going to be incredible. So make sure you come through. It's going to be fun. Highly recommend you guys show up for that. And then July 1st through 5th, we'll be in Mexico, chilling. That 4th of July weekend, there'll be a ton of us, over 200. We have yachts scheduled, parties, just having damn fun, And as I mentioned yesterday, we also make money. We make crypto, we make money, however you want to equate that, and however you want to, however you want to hear that, rather. And it's pretty cool. So just wanted to jump in. I wanted to talk about today, an interesting topic that I want to talk about today, and that's the power of logic over fear. The power of logic over fear. And fear, in many instances, is tied up with bad emotions. Now, all emotions aren't bad. Emotion of happiness and joy, and those aren't bad. And sometimes fear is not that bad if it's going to save your life. Okay, that emotion is not that bad. If alligator popped into this jacuzzi right now, my fear, not the logic part, my fear would say, Rabu, jump your black ass out of the jacuzzi. Okay, that's the fear part. Okay, the logical part would be like, how in the heck did this alligator get in here? The logical part would be like, let me see, is that really an alligator? Nah, the fight or flight part, the fear part was like, jump out the jacuzzi right now. Don't think about it. Just move. So that type of fear is not bad. But when it comes to making decisions in life, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in business decisions, whether it's decisions concerning your health, there's a gnat in here, whether it's decisions concerning your health, you want to do your best to logically think things through. You want to do your best to logically think things through. It's bad enough that we're all, many of us, including myself in some instances, we're victim to marketing. You know, it's bad enough that all of our stuff is sold to everybody. Whenever you open your phone, you say something, something pops up on the TVs, you name it. Marketing is everywhere, much stronger and more hypnotizing than ever before. And so knowing that, now some people don't know that. They just go with the flow and they're just a wandering generality. They just go with the wind. Wherever it blows, it lands, okay? I don't know if that's the best thing to do in the world, but I'm not judging. But a lot of times, we're victim to marketing. We're victim to societal norms that change our philosophies. And some philosophies that you probably wouldn't believe in if they weren't driven down your throat so hard. And eventually some people just like, oh, what the hell? And I heard it 100 times. It must be right. And sometimes that's not the case. So we have to lean on our logic. And if it means when you're told something, maybe you count backwards 10 seconds before making a decision. You know, when given information from a person that you love, trust, and respect, you know, before you go denying that information, how do you know that? Where do you get that from? Who told you that? Think about the relationship you have with that person. Think about the years, you know, and think to yourself, would this person steer me wrong? You know? And I'm not saying being a blind witness to everything you hear, but you have to have some comfort people around you. I'm so blessed to have comfort people around me that when they say something to me, I don't have to second guess what the hell they're saying. Because I logically listen to people. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. I'm so blessed. I'm blessed. Maybe you're not blessed. I'm blessed that I have comfort people around me that when they say something, I don't have to second guess what they're saying. I don't have to take it to Google. I don't have to ask them, how do you know? You know, because we've built relationships over time where they haven't steered me wrong, thus I haven't steered them wrong. To the best of our ability. Now, we all knowing no. We're going to make mistakes. You fucking better believe it, we're going to make mistakes. You know? But if you're that person that has to second guess everything that comes into your ear, that's a sad life to live. It is. It's tough living that life. It's very, very tough. You know, that's why we want to build strong relationships. We can't do this by ourselves. And if you think you can do this by yourself, you're a sad tadpole. You think you can do this by yourself, you're a sad tadpole. We cannot do this by ourselves. This walk of life that we walk, I know we were born here by ourselves. We're going to die by ourselves. But we can't do life by ourselves. Unless you're going to be Grizzly Adams somewhere in the cabin somewhere, and then you still can't do life by yourself. You know, so it's important, ladies and gentlemen, to use logic over fear. And I know that's a far stretch for some people, because you've grown up in environments where they've been so drama-filled. You know, there's a syndrome that happens in the African-American community, and you can look this up. It's startled shock syndrome. Startled shock syndrome. And I'm probably saying it wrong. But it's a syndrome where so many things have happened in that community, in the inner city, that when drama or something occurs, we like, what's going on? And that can sometimes cause challenges in your life, because you're always anxious. You know, whether it came from childhood, whether it came from your environment, you're always, you know, your head on the swivel. Or when you hear something, it sounds so dramatic when it's not really dramatic. And your response is, huh? What? And that happens. And see, this is important. You know, on my spare time, and many people know this, you can come to my library, you can listen to my audios. You know, I study people. And I have a lot of damn spare time. And I study people, and I love people. And one of the best ways to be a communicator with people is to study people. And I study people of all genres. But right now, in particular, just for this quick little segment, I'm using African Americans as an example. Now, does this spread across? And I have to say African Americans. I don't want to say people of color, because there are people in different parts of the world who were dark skinned like me, but their background, wasn't. It didn't have their background was totally different than mine. 400 years of their lineage didn't involve, slavery. It didn't involve segregation. It didn't involve heavy years of racism. So their lives are a little bit different. When I meet people of color in Dubai and different parts of the world, their demeanor is different because they weren't subject to so many social ills that some African Americans were subject of. Thus, still suffer from some of these syndromes because, as Dr. Leary would say, where was the therapy? Where was the intervention? Like today, as we all know in the United States, let someone in the suburbs find themselves addicted to opioids or morphine or any type of drugs for that matter, and here comes a program. Here comes some intervention. But during the crack era, oh no, the intervention was jail. That's what it was. It was drug-free school zones. And if you were caught with any type of drugs anywhere near a school zone, you went to jail for many years. And that helped with the levels of incarceration in the inner city. And these are things we could talk about, for hours, but I'm using this as a point. I know I jump on here from time to time and I talk about money and I talk about fun stuff, but I also talk about serious things. And the reason why I brought this up, in particular with African Americans, is because I see it more in our community, where we're making a lot of, okay, I have access to African American communities more. Okay, now make no mistake about it. I don't live in a heavily populated African American community, and I do, interact with everybody. I think you all know that. I love everybody with the love of God, and just sometimes with what I see, not what you're seeing. I'm not putting my experiences on you. I only could give my experiences. Your experiences may be 100% different. But sometimes what I see, and it's not a knock, this is just what I see. You may not see this, okay? But what I see, sometimes decision making is made out of fear, opposed to out of logic base. Now, there are a lot of evidence to back that up, especially when you talk about money. One clear evidence is the wealth gap between different ethnicities here in the United States. You can look it up. You can see what the wealth gap is, and that wealth gap, that didn't happen by osmosis. Obviously, there's a lot of history that tied to the wealth gap, but still today, there's some contributing things that aid to that wealth gap here in the United States. One thing I love about UIGI, we do things to make that wealth gap a little bit shorter every day. Not just through people making a ton of money, not just because we're making money, but no, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep that counts. And what I mean by keep, I don't mean putting it on no damn mattress and throwing it in a bank account. I mean putting it in some hard assets. That if you have to, make an emergency move, you can liquidate those assets. Are you with me? With that said, guys, I never give financial advice. But I want to jump on today, as well as to invite all of you to come chill out with us, with all our UIGI events that are taking place, and come see, man, the lifestyle is tremendous. I could talk about crypto. We have people 80 years old to 18 years old making more in crypto in a day than some people make annually in a salary. Yeah, you heard what I just said. And that's not in theory. You come meet some of these people face to face. They'll be in Newark on May 2nd. They'll be in Atlantic City on May 28th. They'll be in Allentown, PA on June 4th. They'll be in Mexico between July 1st and July 5th. Come meet them face to face. Talk to them. That's what I do. Whenever someone in our social club brings something to my attention that they're playing with, that they might want me to play with, I go meet the people. Go look behind the curtain. Shit. If you have the resources, the time, and the energy, go do your due diligence. I believe in taking face value sometimes what people say based on our relationships. But if we don't have a relationship, I can't take what you say face value. I got to come check you out. And checking people out is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. You know? Go check somebody out. But initially when I jumped on today, in addition to inviting folks out to come chill out with us, you know, my topic today was logic over fear. Logic over fear. And when we're talking about logic, sometimes your educational background ties in. You know, you think about college. I have a couple of degrees. My daughter's in school right now. I am a fan of self-education more so than formal education, to be brutally honest with you, even though I have a couple of degrees. Would I advocate for a kid to go to school? Absolutely. For the experience, for the relationship, not the socialization, the socialization too. Experience, the relationship, not because they're going to get a great job. No. But socialization, experience, relationships built. I built some of my best relationships in my college experience. And if someone asked me today, would you send your kid to college? Yes. For those reasons. Not because they're going to leave college and have a job that can pay their loans if they have to take loans. Okay, I'm going to be very, very clear. But I'm also an advocate of further education just to expand your mind. Because once that mind grows, mind is like an old pair of underwear. One of my mentors says, I got to call him today. One of my mentors says this. He said, your mind's like an old pair of underwear. Once you stretch it to its limits, it'll never go back. You know, so do I want children to, or young adults to partake in higher education? Sure. You know, now if you're that technical school person, or you want to go for that trade, because in the world today we need a lot of tradespeople, more so than ever before, then go for it. You know, I'm with you. I support what you support, as long as it's good, as long as it's based on some good values. Okay, you like it, I love it. You know, point blank. But yeah, when you talk about logic and fear, as I mentioned earlier on, there are a lot of things that contribute to how people move or make decisions. But one thing, you know, I never jump on here without giving something that can help. If you're facing a situation where you're given some information, or you have to respond and or react to a situation, if it's not life-threatening, count to 10 backwards. Trust me. It can save your life. It can save a relationship. It can help you make a ton of money. Count to 10 backwards. If someone does something that you perceived has wronged you, or your filter, because we all have filters, they said one thing, but by the time it got to your filter, it was something else. Whatever ends up in your brain, count to 10 backwards before you respond. Trust me. You'll save a lot of relationships if you do that. Also factor in the years that's been put into those relationships to cultivate those relationships. Because every once in a while somebody gonna make a mistake. And I'm not on here talking because I done made a mistake yesterday and I want the world to hear it. No. It's just reality. Every once in a while, someone in your circle, someone you're associated with, someone you love, they're going to make a mistake. And you're going to make a mistake, damn it. And you're going to want the same courtesy that you will want them to give. You're going to want the same courtesy that I would say that you give them. Look at the history of that relationship. See how their day was going. See what contributing factors led to them making a mistake. Because people are people. And if they weren't given all the tools, and no one was given all the tools, but there's some vital tools and vital lessons and very strong philosophies that helps you become a person of character, that enables you to navigate this world much easier than if you're navigating this world without those skills. Your upbringing means a lot. Your parents' upbringing means a lot. Your grandparents' upbringing means a lot. All of that contributes. All of that's built into you. You get some of it by DNA. You get some of it by exposure. But you get it. I was talking to Sherry recently. And she said to me, Rabu, sometimes you make it seem like no one has any original thoughts. I said, you're probably right on that. Because 95, and I'm being generous, probably more like 98 of your thoughts aren't original. They came from what you see, what you read, what you hear, who you're associated with, your upbringing, your parents. Y'all don't just make shit up. You don't. We've heard the old cats say there's nothing new under the sun. And the sooner we understand that, the easier it is to navigate this world. Because you can say to yourself, you know what? You can say, self, I don't like the way I'm being right now. Where the hell did I get that from? And it's also, now I'm going to give you permission, because some people have never been given permission. I'm going to give you permission right now. It's okay for you to say that some of the stuff you learned from your parents, your grandparents, your environments, that shit was jacked up. It wasn't cool. It was the blind leading the blind. And sometimes you have to come to that resolution in order for you to free yourself. Because a lot of people hold on just because of loyalty. That's my family. My family would never steer me wrong. My elders, my grandparents, I love them. They knew everything. Bull crap. Bull crap. So to help you grow, sometimes you have to let go. In order to grow, sometimes you have to let go of ways of thinking, especially if it doesn't make you feel good. If you're acting a certain way, say you get in an argument with a friend, and you say something that's just crazy to that friend. Sometimes, and this is somebody you love, sometimes you have to ask yourself, where did I get this shit from? Where did I get this from? Some sayings that people say, you gotta ask yourself, where did I get this from? Like, for an example, now I'm not dissing all New Yorkers, just gonna give my experience. New York City in particular, and some of the boroughs. Whether it's the environment, and I'm not dissing all New Yorkers, but there's a distinct difference between my friends who are New Yorkers and my friends, I don't want to go as far as Dubai, I'll say my friends who live in New Mexico. I have friends in New Mexico, I have friends in New York. Total difference on how they react and respond to things. Especially when it comes to sarcasm. I'm not a fan of sarcasm at all under no circumstances. I'm not going to go as far as to say I hate it, but I'm just not a fan of it. I think there's no place for it unless you're joking and really joking. But there's a big difference between how my friends in New Mexico and how my friends in New York talk, act, based on the environment. I have friends in New York who live in buildings in Brooklyn where everything's, it's so damn congested and, things happen. I got friends in New Mexico, as far as you can look, you don't see anybody. The way they're going to respond to things are totally different. They both can have degrees from Harvard. Or Oxford for that matter. But the way they're going to respond to life is totally different based on the things they've seen, what they've read, their experiences. And most of it is not of them. That's the point I'm trying to make. And sometimes we just got to slow down and ask ourselves, damn, I'm sweating right now. It's 98 degrees in this bad boy and it's 70 degrees outside. I'm about to get out of here in a minute. I had to get in here because my body was hurting. So now, Sherry and I were getting massages once a month. My trainer was like, dude, you need to get a massage once a week. So we're going to do every 2 weeks. So we'll work our way into a week. I just changed that because I'm in the jacuzzi right now. When I'm in the jacuzzi, it's body recovery. If I had aches and pains, it would be ice. But mine is muscle soreness, so it's body recovery. LeBron James could put $1 million in his body, and look what he's done. Look what he's doing at the age of 38. Heck, I could put $1 million worth of time in my body, even if I don't have $1 million to put in my body. Maybe I do. But even if I don't, I can put the time. You with me? But hey, y'all, I just wanted to pop on today. I was just thinking about that subject of fear versus logic. And how we move through life with it. I'm going to tell you if don't nobody else tell you. Rabu loves you. I love you. I said that in the third person. No, sound like Moses Malone. Moses said we're going to grab 15 rebounds tonight. No, but I love you. And I know you love you, because it all has to start with you loving you. And I have friends of every walk of life, every ethnicity, every background, who are friends to the core of my heart. And it's going to always be that way. You know, family is not blood. Family is loyalty. Real talk. Family's not always blood. Family's loyalty. I'm going to leave you with this. I once heard someone say, if people are friends and they haven't argued or had a tough disagreement, then somebody's been phony. That's not a real relationship. I almost bought into that bullshit. That's totally wrong. I have friends to this day that we haven't gotten into a heated argument. We've disagreed on things, you better believe it. But have we disrespected one each other? No. Called each other out of names? No. Had an attitude with each other? No. Not talked to each other because of something one of us said? No. Hell no. And when they disagreed on something, it didn't diminish my thoughts. And when I disagreed on something they said, it didn't diminish their thoughts. We just chose to disagree. And we have some of the best relationships on this damn planet. So don't think that you always got to be in the struggle. Everybody got to be arguing. People say things like, marriage is tough, marriage is hard. Come on, man. Why? Why do we implant that in newlyweds' head? What's hard and tough is people growing individually. And sometimes that aids to you two growing together. Because you can't grow together unless you're working on you. Don't try to work on your damn spouse. Work on you. The better you work on you, the easier it's going to be for you to grow in a relationship. But cats, marriage is work. Marriage is work. It's hard, it's work. It's work, it's hard, it's hard, it's work. That's all people hear. How about marriage is fun? How about marriage is bliss? Make it your reality. You have that choice, you know. You could make sure that you don't go to bed at night or mad at each other. You can make sure that when you wake up in the morning, if you got to count to 10 backwards, the first thing you say to your spouse is, hey, baby, good morning. Instead of grunting like you grumpy Smurf. You have that choice, you know. Overnight, you can become a morning person. That when you jump out the bed, the devil like, oh boy, here he go again. The devil like, let me get out their way. Because they're about to spread some joy. There are two types of people who jump out the bed. There are people who jump out the bed and ready to take the world by storm and to spread some love. And there's people who drag out the bed. Now, I'm not making fun of my 40 and over people that we get out the bed and something going wrong every morning. But you guys get the point. You get to dictate your day. You get to dictate the happiness, the level of happiness that happens in your relationships. You do, not anybody else. My mother told me years ago, she said, you know, if you're in a relationship and you and your spouse, y'all beefing, but you like buying flowers. Just because they beefing. Every Friday you go buy flowers for them. Let's say y'all wake up that morning and they're grumpy. Don't let their attitude dictate your behavior. You still go buy those flowers. Because a lot of times we let people's attitude dictate our behavior. You ain't making me grumpy. You ain't making my blood pressure go up. You ain't making me unhappy. That ain't happening. I control that. Y'all heard the whole adage? It takes two to tango, it takes two to argue? Shit. It does. I don't even know why I got on this topic. Sometimes I'm just talking about stuff. But hey, y'all. Let me say hi to some folks. I love this part. My best part is saying hi. What's going on, Jason Jones? Julius, what's happening? Dwayne, what's the deal, man? Keylez, good morning. Brother Dan Baldwin, how you doing, man? Yashia, good morning. Walter, how you doing, bro? Hey, Liz, good morning. Jared, good morning. Cousin Sadiq, what's going on, man? Callie, what's happening? Promise, what's going on? Natasha, good morning. Miss Ardina Hamilton, how you doing? Hot Tub Chronicles, you know it, baby. Hey, Hot Tub Chronicles on YouTube right now, too. Look up Rabu Gary. Every Hot Tub Chronicle I did is on YouTube. Every last one. Find my YouTube channel. We're about to do some major promotion, all this other stuff. Coming soon, I'll tell y'all about that. I just want to give away some free information. Damn, this sweat getting in my eye. Oh, Lord. Sweat burn your eyes. Brother Sharif, look forward to seeing you on Monday. Brother Andre Crump, good morning. Hey, Marion, what's happening, lady? It was good seeing you the other day. Brother Vincent, what's happening, bro? My man Joel, what's the deal, my man? Byron, good morning. Patrick, good morning. I wish I was back in New Jersey, yeah. Depending on where you are. Shit, if you're in Florida, Arizona, no, you don't. What's good, my brother? I'm blessed to have the spirit of cut stuff. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Patrick said, keep up the motivation and grind. Power of logic. That's right. Power of logic and fear. You know it. Barbara, good morning. Cuz Sadiq said, I wish I could make it, cuz, especially being in New York, visiting family. Unfortunately, it seems that Monday will be in the... No. But Cousin Sadiq, I understand. Enjoy Ramadan and Eid. Brother Christopher, what's happening, brother? Ooh, sweat burning my eyes. God dang. Like alcohol up in the eyes. Was out here. Christopher, Kelly, how you doing? Monique, what's happening? Sharon, what's the deal? Brother Bill Hoffman, long time. Gord, what's happening? Hey, Cynthia, what's going on? Angel, sorry about that. LaWanda, what's happening, lady? Adolfo, good morning. Hey, Miss Brenda Harrison, how you doing? Benny King, what's going on? Paula, what's happening, sister? Jaquala, good morning. Big Sam, what's the deal, baby? Hope you're having a wonderful day. I am, too. Hot Tub Chronicles, Jared, you know it. Roger, you have a great weekend as well. Hey, Dad, look forward to seeing you on the 4th. Andre Janier, what's going on, bro? Thanks, I appreciate that. Denise, how you doing? All right, guys, I'm about to bounce. My body feel better. Donella, good morning. Yeah, my body feel better. Stressed out. My calves hurt. My trainer did something with my calves the other day. He said most people don't even make it through this workout. I was able to make it through the workout, but my calves feel like you grinding a knife in it right now. Go figure. All right, y'all, gotta get up out this tub. Put the little stuff in it to keep it clear. Look at it. Crystal clear. Look like you could drink this water. Don't drink this damn water. But it's crystal clear. Oh, they cleaned this out of my house. Look, y'all. No more mold. All gone. They came and cleaned it. Crystal clear. I had to charge my cameras. Gotta move that ladder. Charge my cameras all the time. 7 cameras on the outside, 2 on the inside. Electric gate. No. But I love people. But yeah, that's my water bottle. Look, y'all, I gotta drink 4 of those a day. That's 32 ounces. I gotta drink 4 of those a day. Look at my pink flamingos. You know why flamingos are pink? Because of the amount of shrimp that they eat. I learned that when I was in Dubai. The first time. Flamingos are pink because of the amount of shrimp that they eat in their diet. Unless somebody told me some wrong information, but I think that's pretty accurate. But yeah, I'm walking around my little pink bottle. That's right, 34 of those a day. And I can't count all the other liquids and stuff I'm drinking. But yeah, you gotta get that water intake. Some of us are deeply dehydrated. Deeply dehydrated. You don't want to be that person. All right, y'all. Love y'all a whole bunch again. Y'all enjoy your day. I'll holler at you later. Peace.